Today, I'm going to be talking about the all-new flagship projector from XGIMI, the Horizon 20 Max. Now, I was excited about this projector when XGIMI reached out to me and asked me to review it because I looked at the specs and they looked very good, but there were a couple features on there that especially caught my eye, and I'll get into those in just a moment. So this is a sponsored video from XGIMI. They did send me the projector for review, and I gotta say, I am extremely impressed with this projector. It does not disappoint. Now, on paper, it specs out very well. It is rated at 5700 ISO lumens. Now, ISO lumens are calculated a little bit differently than ANSI lumens, but they're basically the same. They're not an exact one-to-one match, but they're in the ballpark. So take that into consideration with rated at 5700 ISO lumens, which, yes, this projector is extremely bright. It had no trouble filling the 145-inch screen here in my dedicated theater. Now, if you're using it in a room with ambient light, maybe some windows, it would probably be a good thing to use an ambient light rejecting screen and also try to minimize the light as much as possible. But like I say, this projector is very bright. So if you are using it in that type of environment, this one's going to be a good option. Now, the Horizon 20 Max is compatible with Dolby Vision, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, but also it's compatible with 3D. Now, I know 3D has been removed from a lot of projectors, so it is nice to see that XGIMI is still including that in the Horizon 20 Max. Now, XGIMI did send out the stand with the projector. Now, the stand is typically an add-on accessory, but right now on their website, they're running a sale and the stand is actually included for free. And this stand is quite impressive. It's very simple. There's only three parts to it. There's just the stand part and then the base and then a plastic tube that you use to feed the power cable up through the stand. And that's it. And the base, it's very heavy. And so it's not really at risk of rocking back and forth or tipping over. It feels really solid. So I use the stand when I set the projector up here in my theater for testing purposes. Now, what are those features that really caught my eye when I looked over the spec sheet? That is that it has vertical and horizontal lens shift. I love this feature because it gives you so much versatility in where you place the projector relative to the screen. If you can't get it perfectly centered, that's not a problem. You can just shift it over left and right. And if you're mounting it to the ceiling or on the floor, you have that vertical lens shift, and so there's no trouble getting it matched up to your screen. Now, the Horizon 20 Max does have a 120-degree range on the vertical axis and 45-degree range on the horizontal axis. And it also has an optical zoom, and the optical zoom has a range from 1.2 up to 1.5. Now, it does also have a digital zoom. So if you have to place it where it's a ways back from the screen and you have to zoom it all the way into the full extent of the optical zoom and then into the digital, it does have that option. But obviously, it's best to place the projector so that you're able to keep it in that optical zoom range, because with the optical zoom you're shrinking the image, but once you get to that where it's maxed out and then you have to go into the digital zoom, the image stays the same but it just shrinks it, and so it reduces the number of pixels. So you're losing resolution when you go into the digital zoom, so it's best to place it where you can get it in the optical zoom range. Now, the Horizon 20 Max does have Google TV built in on board, which is really handy if you're planning to use the projector without any external source. Now, for me personally, I use an Apple TV, I have a Blu-ray player, a Zadu. Those all run through my receiver, and then I just hook the receiver up to the projector. But if you're looking to just kind of have an all-in-one, this projector will do it. You'll have Google TV on board, and it also has a Harman Kardon speaker system built into the projector. And honestly, it sounds pretty good. Obviously, it's better to have an external audio source, but if you're using just the projector, it actually sounds pretty decent. Now, one thing that I've noticed in previous projectors that I've reviewed where the Google TV is not on board, but rather on an external USB dongle, oftentimes, in fact, all the time, there's always a lag with the remote. So you're trying to scroll and it's just kind of there's just a delay from when you press the button to when it actually responds on screen. Fortunately, that is not the case with the Horizon 20 Max. The remote is super snappy, super responsive. You can very quickly zip through the menus, up, down, left, right. It's very responsive, very snappy, no trouble at all. Now, speaking of lag, when it comes to gaming, the Horizon 20 Max is rated at 1 millisecond of lag. So essentially almost no lag. And I will say it does perform very well with this. It is extremely responsive. It is also compatible with variable refresh rate. So for all you gamers out there, this projector is going to work extremely well. Now, what about the picture quality? Now, I mentioned how bright it is. It's rated at 5700 ISO lumens. The picture is incredibly clear. This is a 4K pixel shifting projector. So it's not native 4K, but it does use pixel shifting technology to create that 4K image. And I will say it looks extremely good. It's bright, it's vibrant. The colors pop off the screen, and the blacks are awesome. This projector is rated at 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio, and it looks great. Now, the footage that I'm using to demonstrate how the projector looks, this is actually footage from a Blu-ray that was sent to me by Justin Gray. He's a musician in Canada, and he created an Atmos album, and he sent it to me to check out. And interestingly, the footage in it works perfectly for demonstrating how good the picture is with the Horizon 20 Max. So thank you, Justin. And if you're interested in checking out that Atmos Blu-ray, I will put a link to his website in the description box. So all in all, I am extremely impressed with the Horizon 20 Max. The picture quality is incredible. It's super clear. It's very bright. It's very adjustable. You can put it anywhere in your room and you can get it dialed in so that it matches up with your screen with the lens shift. I love that feature. With the optical zoom, that's great. It is also extremely adjustable. It has all of the adjustments where you can adjust the hue, the saturation, the coloring. It has an extensive list of adjustments that you can make to the image quality. But honestly, right out of the box, I was extremely impressed with this projector. It looks great. So how does this projector compare with others that I've looked at? Now, as you know, I have the Vision Master Pro 2 from Valerian here in my theater. I love that projector. That projector retails for $3,000. The Horizon 20 Max also retails for $3,000. So they are kind of neck and neck when it comes to price. As far as performance, I would say they are on par with each other. However, the XGIMI does have the vertical and horizontal lens shift, which the Vision Master Pro 2 does not. And not only that, right now on the XGIMI website, it's actually on sale and you can purchase it for $2,400. And that includes the free stand. So honestly, it is a fantastic deal. If you're interested in checking it out, I will put a link in the description box. And as always, thanks for watching.